Hey guys, it's Jan of Jan Hicks Creates back again with you for day 6 of Stitch Mania. Still having a wonderful time. I'm actually recording this on the evening of day 5 because, as I've mentioned before, tomorrow I will be going bright and early to the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival, and so I won't have time in the morning to record anything, and certainly not to get it uploaded because there's always something that goes wrong with technology. So we're just going to get this uploaded tonight. We are going to get it scheduled. Hopefully all that will go smoothly and it will pop up for your viewing pleasure at some point early tomorrow morning. Well, not too early. Early being a relative term. Hopefully by 10, because I can control when it goes up. So anyway, it is about, oh goodness, it's 10 till 7 here this evening. So the lighting is totally different from my morning videos, so we'll see how this works. I have my OT light on. It's a bit more glary than I'm used to, but you know, we'll work with it. So this morning I started the brick house sampler, or should I say yesterday I started the brick house sampler. I actually, in the course of starting this, I've decided on a little bit of change. So here's what I have so far. I have the door. Let me get this so that there's light but not too much glare and so you can actually see it. That'll have to do. So I have the door. I have a couple windows in the start of the steps on the bottom and the start of the part of the house. The change I made, so the white for the windows and the steps is Classic Color Works Eggshell. My the stitching post, my LNS, did not have that in stock. So I decided to go with a Victorian Motto sampler thread in Barely Pink. Let me actually grab that out for you. So it does have a little bit of a pink tinge. Whether you can see that, you can see there's a little bit of a pink tinge. But since this is kind of a reddish, it doesn't bother me. I think it'll work. The thing that I don't like, when I looked at this more closely, you can see the outside of the house is this kind of sawtooth edging, but it is in that eggshell coloring, and so it really blends in to the background fabric. Now that could very well be the look that Brenda was going for. And actually maybe it stands out a little bit more because this is a coffee dyed fabric that she's using. Mine is just, you know, the plain mushroom Lugana. And so I've decided that instead of, let me grab the other one out, instead of using the eggshell, or in my case, the Barely Pink, I'm going to substitute in, let me find it here. There's other parts of the pattern that use Old Hickory. So I think I am going to use that, like the little dogs are in Old Hickory. You can see that the little dog there is in Old Hickory. I'm not sure what other parts of the pattern. There's probably not a whole lot more. So I'm going to substitute this in to outline the house. And I think I'll like that a lot better. So it'll be a while before I have to worry about that, of course. So that is my progress for today, aka yesterday, on the brick house sampler. Today's pattern is, I'll show this to you again, the small house. And this is one I have wanted to do for a long time. A small house can hold as much love as a large one. As most of you know, I would live in a 2-bedroom apartment. Mike and I love going out in our RV, so we are all about small spaces and the fact that we don't need a big house to be perfectly happy. So this pattern really resonated with me. So as always, I've started it just a little bit. This is Lakeside Linen 40 count vintage navy bean. And the thread that I'm using, the floss I'm starting with, is Weeks Dye Work Juniper. So nice deep green. I'm working on a pine tree. So perfect color for a pine tree. Now I will warn you, I have had a shot of cinnamon whiskey. And if you have seen, see, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do this. If you've seen one of my last videos, I talked about one of the things I'm all into being this cinnamon whiskey that Mike got at the last time he was at the liquor store. Now, he got it because they were giving samples of it. And he tried it and he said, oh, yeah, Jan's going to like this one. And yeah, so we are pretty much all done with our bottle of cinnamon whiskey and have to get some more. So I don't think I'm too far gone, but definitely feeling a little bit of the effects. So let's see. What has happened today that I can tell you about? It is only a few hours later. Well, probably, I mean, it's a whole day later. We had a very quiet Saturday. I guess the big news is that we did get a call back from the vet. Did I go over 3 there? I think I did, didn't I? You know, if you see me do something wrong, go ahead and shout, yell at me. Jan, don't do that. You're going over 3 instead of 2. 1, 2. No, that's over 2. Oh my God. This is going to be fun. Don't stitch when drunk. And I'm not even drunk. It's just late in the day. And it's 40 count. So yeah. But anyways, we got a call from the vet and I almost said Ben. Sorry, honey. It's not Ben, it's Sasha. You know how you get all your kids confused? Well, they're definitely my kids too, right? Sasha is diagnosed with diabetes. They had done the urine sample. I took the urine sample in yesterday morning. Let me go ahead and snip off that thread there. So they wanted the urine sample just to confirm. Well, I guess, let me see if I can remember. The blood test told them that his blood sugar was elevated. They needed the urine test to see that it wasn't just stress, how far along he was, something along those lines. And I guess to confirm the numbers too. So yeah, the numbers were definitely up there. His liver is showing some of the, I guess, stresses, impact of that as well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Monday, I will need to call them and make an appointment to take him back in and learn how to give insulin shots to a cat. So I'm sure that's going to be very interesting. We, you know, Sasha is a male, and he acted out a little bit when they were taking his blood the other day. I mean, we could hear him growling and hissing and carrying on while they had him back in the, you know, the back area of the vets doing what they needed to do. And so they gave us some kind of medicine that's supposed to help calm him down. So we are going to give him some of that and before we take him in for this appointment. It's so funny, though. He doesn't mind his crate. He very happily will just curl up in his crate and go to sleep anytime we get it out. Our other cat, Nina, she sees the crate and she goes under the bed. The crate means bad things are going to happen. And so I'm sure, now we've left the crate out because we knew we would be taking him back soon. Or we were pretty sure we'd be taking him back soon. I don't know whether you can even see that with this light. Now this is the only nighttime video I'll be doing, hopefully. So hopefully we can make do. So we've left the crate out, and like I said, Sasha has been crawling in and out of it over the course of these past couple days to sleep. Nino will probably hide under the bed again tomorrow if we have to take him in tomorrow. So anyways, that's rather disheartening news, but of course there are things we can do to take care of him, so we will learn how to do that. They also wanted us to have an ultrasound done on his pancreas. They mentioned something about pancreatitis. You know, it's not cheap. And as much as we love our cats, we are not the type of people to, you know, we don't have insurance for the cats. Human insurance is expensive enough. So basically, we probably aren't going to get the ultrasound done because I don't think the end result, we know that he has diabetes. We are going to do what we can to take care of that, and hopefully that will help calm down any inflammation in the pancreas as well. But we will learn more when we go back to the vet. So anyways, there's that. The only other thing we did today was make a grocery list. And that seems to be like a day-long process. I don't know whether, you know, Mike likes to find new recipes that he can make with the Instant Pot, so he's pretty much all day going through different websites and looking at stuff. And, oh, that looks good. Let's add that to the grocery list. Oh, that looks good. We're actually going to try a grocery delivery service here for the grocery store that we have here. He actually had it delivered several times when he was up here before. He didn't have a vehicle. I had the Jeep. So he either had to bike and carry it back or get a grocery service. So it's not the first time, but it's kind of amusing. You make a grocery list and then through the day it's like, oh, wait, we need that. Oh, wait. Oh, you know, he's cooking in there now. Oh, we're almost out of olive oil. Better add that to the list. So it's kind of an ongoing process for us. It's smelling absolutely delicious in here. I wish we had smell YouTube. Today he is making a garlic shrimp dish for dinner. That's kind of a Greek flavored dish. Has tomatoes and feta cheese and that kind of thing. And green beans with, I think the green beans have garlic and tomato in them as well. And then he also made 4 loaves of gluten-free bread today. So those I can smell. I don't know whether he got them out of the oven or whether they're just finishing up, but everything is smelling delicious. He also made some more infused water today. We used strawberries, mangoes, and bananas in this batch. Still had to sweeten it a little with stevia. I was hoping it would be sweet enough with the bananas, but it still needed to be sweetened up a little bit more. So we put some stevia in it. So that will be our water for the next week or so. Let's see, so that's 1, 3, 5. Let's do this. So it's been a quiet yet productive day. Didn't rain here today like they said it was supposed to. I don't know whether it rained at the fairgrounds or not. I'll have to look at the forecast for tomorrow and see if tomorrow's going to be as rainy as they said it was going to be. Kind of hope it isn't, so that we're not slogging around in the rain, because the fairgrounds can get kind of muddy. But kind of hope it is, because that keeps the crowd away, and that's never a bad thing. So the Know Your Needleworker tag, I've pretty much worked through all of it. I think the last... Oh, favorite music. Well, I'm a child of the 70s and 80s, so you can probably guess my favorite music is the music of the 70s and 80s. So I like the rock, I like soft rock. you know, whether it's Eagles or Foreigner or oh goodness, Styx, ABBA, you name it, you name a group from the 80s and I probably like them. I listen to some music from today, and I certainly like some of the artists from today. And more the pop, again, the pop rock type of music. I guess that's the station I listen to, so that's what I hear. There's a station here in Baltimore that kind of, it has a mix of the 80s, 90s, and today's, and so that's what I listen to. Let me see where I have to go. Yeah, that's one. I have to go two, right? So you can see my little tree starting to form here. I don't know how much more of this I'll get done before I video or record day 7, since I'll be out most of the day tomorrow. I'm not going to work on the brick house sampler anymore today. I hope to get some knitting done tonight as we're watching TV. And tomorrow, since we'll be out at the Sheep and Wool Festival, I don't know how much of this I'm going to get done. I may stitch on this tomorrow night instead of knitting. We'll see. I'll see what I feel like. One day at a time. Oh, exciting happenings, I guess. On Tuesday, Donna Ray is going to be coming up to this area, to Baltimore, and we are going to meet at the Stitching Post. So I am excited for that. And then Donna Ray, Flannel Janamy's Farm. I think we all know her. We all love her. And then over Mother's Day weekend, I'm going to be going up to Lancaster. Mike and I, that's going to be our first RV trip of the summer. And we are going to be getting together with Misty Purcell, Luminous Fiber Arts. So, yeah, lots of exciting things to look forward to. Glad that summer is here and we can finally get out and about in the RV again. Not that we can't get out in the RV in the winter, but most campgrounds around here close in the winter because the water freezes. So we have to go pretty far south in order to find a campground that stays open. Actually, there's a KOA in Williamsburg that stays open in the winter, so that would be a possibility. But yeah, we have to go. You know, it's kind of would have to be a long weekend. I cannot get my needle to go through where it needs to go through. It'd have to be a long weekend or you know, that kind of thing in order to go further away, because you know, Mike has to take off work. That whole work thing getting in the way. You know how it is, right? So, lots of fun going to be happening here. One more question on the needleworker tag, and then I think I will call it a day for this video. The last question is, what one word best describes you? And I'm actually going to give you 2 words, because I think there's 2 words that really describe who I am in a nutshell. First is optimist. I am very much a forward-thinking person. I don't dwell on the past. I don't stay angry. I'm very much a person who has a lot of hope for the future. I love change. I love to do different things. I'm just an optimist. I've talked about being depressed about this whole job thing, but I'm not really. I'm disappointed. I'm frustrated at times. But depressed is really too strong of a word. I pretty much go with the flow, and I always have a lot of hope in life and what the future holds, and that's who I am. And so the other word would be easygoing. I don't let things bother me. If people do make me angry, I guess my memory isn't usually good enough to even remember what I'm angry about. I don't hold grudges. Mike and I learned back when we first got together that there's something about human nature that we want to think the worst of people, and we promised each other and the world that we would not do that. We would not think the worst of people, because usually we're wrong. when you think the worst of people, you're thinking, oh, they did that to hurt me. They did that to make me angry. They don't like me. More often than not, it's just carelessness or just not thinking, or people are just doing their own thing, you know? So, yeah, I don't let things bother me. You know, stuff that happens on Facebook, people that get so upset about some of the posts, I just scroll on past. I just don't let things bother me. Mike and I never fight. We talk. He really never does anything to make me angry. And hopefully, you know, he can say the same thing. It's not like we don't get frustrated with each other now and again, but we just don't exchange angry words ever. I have too much respect for him. I just would never do that. So anyways, that's me, optimistic and easygoing. So I am going to end this here, 21 minutes, that's not bad. Get this uploaded tonight and scheduled, and hopefully it'll work and it'll just, boom, magically appear in your feeds tomorrow morning. That is the plan. Guys, tomorrow's project is back to a whip, and it is back to the Sing a Series sampler or Sing a Sampler series by Silver Creek Samplers. You know how I love that. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. There I am. I expect in a day's work I'll be able to get this done and hopefully get a start on the next do, re, mi on me. So, looking forward to that as well. Guys, I really had a good time talking to you. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.